Okie dokie. Hello, everybody. So let's jump in for this first session of the year. So we'll get ourselves into a nice heart-centered space, and then we'll reflect a little bit on last year and see what worked well and what we want to keep, what we want to change. And then we'll put ourselves into an energetic state that is congruent and aligned with what we want for the year that is just starting. And then we'll work our magic from there. Okay, so as usual, we'll start the exact same way as we do every week. So if you fancy following me first for a little stretch, please do that. If you can, stretching the arms and the neck, maybe rolling the head a bit, rolling your shoulders. I mean, you can hear some some joints cracking. And once you find yourself like loose enough in your body and comfy enough, just close your eyes. And first, we're just going to make ourselves aware of the weight, the presence that we're having on this earth. So just notice the weight of your body on your seat. Just notice also the weight of your feet on the ground. Maybe press your feet onto the ground as a way to connect with it, to connect with the earth underneath. And set that intention to ground yourself, to anchor yourself into the earth, sending out your energy down and receiving the energy from the earth as well. And then following your focus all the way from your feet, allow it to move up through your legs, your abdomen, and all the way up into your chest. And here into the chest, let's tune in more precisely into the middle of the chest, into the heart. And you might want to either touch your heart with your hand or just tune in to listen to the sounds of your heart in your chest, or tune in to feeling the sensations of your heartbeats in your chest. Either way, once you start to feel that you're connected with the heart, you can now imagine or visualize as if your breath is flowing in and out directly through your heart, a little bit as if your heart had a nose. And as you do this, just visualize this flow of the breath entering the heart and exiting the heart, and doing so in the most harmonious, balanced way possible, so that the amount of breath that comes into your heart is the same as the amount of breath flowing out from your heart, and it takes the same length of time every time. So just balancing the rhythm of our breathing, and in turn it will balance out the rhythm of our heartbeats. And in turn, it will harmonize the rhythm of our whole body. So let's breathe like this for about 2 minutes together. I will go silent and let you know when we're ready for the next step. Just enjoy this slow, deep, balanced breathing through your heart. Okay. And now, as you might feel that sensation of quiet calm that nurtures your body from this place of neutrality, first let's remind ourselves of the directions that we have for our future. So maybe reminding yourself of the vision that you have for your life, if that is something that is clear for you, or reminding yourself of your values, what you thrive to align everything that you do with, the values that you thrive for. Or else remind yourself of a future that is closer to you. Maybe it can even just be the vision that you have for the year that's starting. Maybe you're clear on that. So what is it? Just giving yourself the a reminder of where you're heading, what's your GPS. And once we've done that, now we're going to take a moment to reflect a little bit on last year. And to do that from that calm space that we're in right now, let's just first imagine that we're respectfully turning towards the past to contemplate the year 2024 that's just finished. And if you want to, you can also imagine as if you're allowing yourself to float above the year 2024, as if you have that ability to see it all from above and have more of a bird's eye view on it. So it's easier to reflect and contemplate. So allow yourself to turn towards the past and if you wish so, float above it. And from that view, from that perspective, first we're just gonna reflect on what worked really well, what happened last year that we loved and that we want to expand upon, that we want to nurture and see happening more of it this year. And allow yourself to notice what information comes to you. And I'll suggest some areas and just allow yourself to notice the information that floats more naturally to you, and welcome it with curiosity as well, seeing what we are noticing from this heart center place that we're in. So what did work well in everything that you've been doing last year, all of your doingness, all of the things that you've made happen, the results that you've produced, the things that you provided, in all of your doingness, what worked really well? Whether it's at work, it was at work possibly, or in your community, maybe some projects that you were running outside of your professional life, some projects that you were running for yourself. Maybe some doingness that you were involved in for your loved ones, for your families. And any other areas of life that your doingness was generating things that you're happy with and you want to keep generating, to keep making happen. Once you've reflected on that, what about your beingness? How are you being that worked really well last year? How are you being with other people, with the people that you love, your closer relationships, your families? So touching more on maybe the emotional aspect, what worked really well in your relationships with others, and maybe also the people you're working with. What's working well, what has been working well in these relationships that you want to nurture and to carry forward into this new year. Again, allow, just notice, be curious about what informations you're picking up, that you're noticing that maybe you wouldn't even remember consciously from this quiet place that we're in, this heart-centered place. And lastly, what worked well in your relationship with yourself? Let's not forget ourselves. How you treated yourself. How are you being with yourself? Okay. And now let's have a quicker overview as to maybe what didn't work as well as you think it should have. And this one, without judgment, just see it with the filter of, okay, what would I rather let go of? What are the things from last year that I want to leave into the realm of the past and I'd rather change moving forward or let go of moving forward? And here again, no judgment, just noticing, being curious. What would you rather let go of? What would you rather change moving forward? And again, let's not judge ourselves for what we think should have worked better. And just see. Maybe these are very precise things that you know of, and maybe they are more subtle. Maybe dynamics. Maybe your attitudes that we have, maybe with certain people or in certain circumstances that we know we'd rather change. So just make a note of it. And as we've done that now, let's just imagine that if last year, if we were not going to change anything, and if last year was going to somehow repeat itself this year, how aligned would it be with the vision that you reminded yourself at the start? And see if you notice anything more. If you were to repeat a version of last year, this year, is there any more information that comes to you that you need to notice in order to stay aligned with your vision? Just take another moment, just imagining and noticing whether this alignment is already started, if last year was already projecting in the right direction for you, or if you're needing or wanting to move the trajectory in a different direction, and whether it is a big change that you need or want to make, or just small adjustments. And now, whether you're already set into the right trajectory, the right direction, or whether you want to make some adjustments, we're now going to focus on imagining what this year will look like, would look like, could look like when you're making all of these course corrections or adjustments. What would it look like at its best? And to do that, we're gonna ask our imagination to play along. And with all of that awareness that we've just gained about what possibly we want or need to adjust, let's imagine that this year, when everything works well, when everything that is in our control, everything that we make happen smoothly, we're operating at our best, we are being our most aligned and productive. So what will happen this year when we are at our best? when we are making happen what we want to make happen, when we are making the adjustments or the course corrections that we want to make, how could the year look like and sound like and feel like when all of this works for the best? When everything that you control in your life is working perfectly well, like you want, like you wish, how does the year look like? And as you're imagining the year through that lens, now let's ask our imagination to go a little further and imagine everything else that we don't control, that we don't necessarily have any say in. What if everything else is also working out for the best? Maybe there are decisions and that are not in your direct agency. But what if in general this year things were working out for the best for you and for everyone else involved? What could that look like? And allow your imagination to play along. And maybe what do you notice? Maybe things that you wouldn't have thought about are now bubbling up to your awareness thanks to your imagination. And as you're imagining, maybe imagine a little further again some surprises, some unexpected opportunities, synchronicities. What could that look like this year? Maybe opportunities for travel, maybe opportunities for meeting people that you're looking up to, opportunities to take quality time with people you love, opportunities for change, opportunities to try new things you haven't tried yet, new activities, new hobbies. Just let your imagination do its thing and imagine, get creative. Basically, what surprises could possibly this new year hold in store for you? And then what if there were even bigger and nicer and even more creative opportunities and surprises that life has in store that you can't quite grasp right now. So allow yourself to set that intention that you're absolutely willing to receive and welcome opportunities in any shape or form, as long as they're aligned with your vision and your values. Even if right now they're beyond the limits of your imagination, just put it out there. You're just willing to welcome change, to welcome opportunities, even if you have no concept of what they can look like right now. Okay, and now let's just notice how we're feeling after imagining the best possible year to come. How does that make us feel? Maybe it's a feeling you're very familiar with. Maybe it's just a sensation in your body. You can't necessarily put a name to it, but you can feel it. Whatever it is for you, we're just going to nurture that and make it grow bigger. So I'm going to invite you now to imagine or visualize as if these sensations, these feelings, are flowing in and out directly through your heart with each breath. When you breathe in, imagine, visualize, or feel these feelings entering your body, nurturing your body. And then every time you breathe out, just visualize or imagine or feel these same sensations and feelings flowing out into the space around you through your heart, bathing yourself, surrounding yourself with it. And every time you breathe in and out, you can feel these feelings with more intensity. Every time you breathe in and out, you can see them expanding further and further into the space around you. With each cycle of breath, they are becoming stronger and more powerful. Every time you breathe in and out, these feelings get more and more potent. And now, with the power of our own hearts, we are going to imagine that we are honing in these feelings like a laser beam, that they're shooting out from our hearts with such intensity that we can see right in front of us this laser beam that is carving out a portal in time and space right in front of us. And that through this portal, we know is everything that we've imagined and more for the year to come. So now let's just imagine in our mind's eyes that we are walking through this portal, and on the other side of the portal is the first step into this new future that we've imagined, this new future for the year, a future where we are nurturing all of the information, all of the opportunities, all of the connections that we need and wish to have access to. So just take some deep breath in and out, knowing that you've stepped into a future that is perfectly aligned with your vision, with your values, a future where you're deeply connected with all of the opportunities that the universe holds, all of the possibilities that are aligned with your vision, that are vibrationally matching these elevated sensations that you have felt, that you are feeling, that you are expanding through your heart. So I'm gonna invite you to enjoy for another minute with each of your breath, imagining that you're connecting deeply with all of these possibilities. Every time you breathe in, feeling the connection with these possibilities to the core of your being, these possibilities resonating, connecting with your body all the way down to your cells. And every time you breathe out, breathing out gratitude and the knowing that this is real. You are now connected and grateful for this connection. You are connected with these possibilities that are not just your future, they are now becoming your present. And you're ready to carry these connections with you into the year. These connections with infinite possibilities, the possibilities that are supporting yourself and supporting your vision. And from this space that you're in, now I'm going to invite you to touch your thumb and index finger together as a reminder of this sensation, this connection, this connected space and state that you're in right now. So that in the future, anytime you need to remind yourself of this state of connection, all you need to do is join your thumb and index finger together, and you will be in it. So you can let go of your fingers. And if you want to give it a little test run now, just touch your thumb and index finger together again and feel the intensity of this connection again. And release your fingers. And then bring them together again and notice how you're feeling this state of connection even stronger again. So you're deeply anchoring, connecting this connected state with these two fingers so that you can use them in the future as an anchor, as a reminder. And once you're ready, once you're comfortable and confident that you've anchored this connected state into yourself, we are going to slowly bring ourselves back in the here and now, in that new here and now, where we're connected with these possibilities. And to do that, let's just rub our hands together until they're warm. Then place them at the top of our heads and proceed to slowly touch every part of our body, starting with our head, our face, following down into our neck and shoulders, down our arms, and then back up the front of our body, touching also the sides of our torso and abdomen, and touching our backs as much as we possibly can. And then touching down our thighs, our knees, our legs, all the way down to our feet if we can. And if we can touch our feet, let's just press our feet into the ground again with that intention for grounding and connection. And once we've grounded ourselves again, maybe taking a last deep, long breath in and out. And then when you're ready, opening your eyes. And welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. And so on these words, I'm going to wish a happy new year to everybody. A brand new year anchored in these possibilities. And remember, you can always re-listen to this meditation anytime, as often as you wish. I will send you the recording today. And I'll see you next week. We will resume our weekly sessions, and this time we'll go back on our weekly schedule at the normal time, which is 1:30 p.m. GMT. Okay, so have a good rest of your day and Happy New Year. Bye, everybody.